Hello guys, and welcome to the vehicle showcase for LEGO Marvel Superheroes. So guys, today we are going to be checking out all of the cool, these cool shield call-in points. And guys, we have 100% of the game, so be sure to go look up in the top right corner for the playlist. So guys, today we're going to be showing off every single vehicle in this game. That includes the land, air, and water vehicles. So we're going to start with all of the land vehicles, and we're going to just go in order. So first off, we have the Shield Staff Car. So it looks pretty cool, and we're going to show off its powers. So it's pretty fast, and it also has a missile, like a missile system. And best part, it can fly, like hover, which is really, really cool. So yeah, that is the Shield Staff Car. Now, next up, we've got the Shield 4x4. So the Shield 4x4, I think it's also got missiles, yep. And when it's at top speeds, it's pretty fast. And it's basically the truck that they used at the beginning of the Avengers to get out of the Shield compound. So, pretty cool. Now we've got the Shield APC, Armored Protection something or other. Wait. So, didn't mean that, but this is like a big tank. It's got missiles. It doesn't go that fast. We tried a race with this a while back. It looks like it's got a winch on the front and stuff. Basically just a really armored truck to try to protect the driver from any oncoming villains or anything like that. So now we have Deadpool's scooter. So pretty cool. I don't think that this has missiles. It can jump up and down. Really funny. It's like one of those meme stuff that Deadpool has. Yeah. So it goes pretty fast. Like, you could probably use this for a race, but it's not like the fastest car in the game. So then we have Ghost Rider's motorcycle. So it's like the fire stuff. It goes pretty fast, and the coolest part, in my opinion, is that it leaves like a little mark on the street where you're driving it. But then when you're backing up, it's not that fast. But it is a pretty cool vehicle. Now next up, we have the bus. So this is a multiple-seater vehicle, and it will drive itself if you don't spawn it yourself. I think it has like 4 seats that you can get into. No, just 2 seats that a person can get into, other than the driver's seat. It doesn't really have a honking. It does. It's just like a modern civilian bus. So, pretty cool. And I think it can come in different colors. I'm not sure. Like, with this game, all the colors are randomized whenever you spawn in a vehicle. So now we have the school bus, which I'm not really going to drive in it. It's just a recoloration of the normal bus. Same 2-seater. So yeah, it's just the recoloration. And now we have the saloon. So it doesn't have any cool powers. We got a blue one. So I'm not going to really drive it, but it's kind of like a 4-person car. Yeah, that's just it, like your usual car that most people have. Now we have the small car, which is like really tiny. We got it in purple. It's like, let's see what it honks. Yeah, it's just like really tiny. It's pretty slow and stuff like that. Now we got the sedan, which is basically the saloon. I'm not even going to spawn it in. And then we have the limousine, which I don't know how many colors it can come in. I think it can come in either black or yellow. So it's got a back seat for if you want to be like a rich person that gets driven around by a second player. It's pretty fast, and it just looks all around cool. It's not as like large as the limousines in like Lego City Undercover, but it is still pretty cool. Then we've got the Roxxon van, or as it's called in this game, just van. It is actually, it's branded Roxxon, the energy company. Pretty cool. It's just a van. It would be really cool if the back could open and stuff and you could like get in the back. But sadly, it doesn't work like that. Now we have the ambulance, which really cool part about the first responder vehicles is it's got a fully decked out interior. I think you can get in the back, I'm not sure. No, I actually don't think so. But this one actually, it's got like working sirens that you can do. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's why I wanted to show you this. There we go. Now next up we have the fire engine. So this one, it's got like hoses attached to it and stuff. And also, like last time, it's got all of the stuff, all of the sirens. Then we have the police car. And again, I think it's got a back seat. No, it doesn't really have a back seat. But it does have the classic police siren, which you would think it is. And yeah, it's just a police. Now, I do want to drive around this thing right here. This is the police motorcycle. So it does have that, and it seems as though it's pretty fast. Yeah, it's pretty fast. There we go. Now we have the police truck. So this is what they took like Sandman away in the first level. So pretty cool truck. I do want to drive this around. Like if you were doing a role play, this would be a pretty cool truck to do. Yeah, it's got like mirrors and stuff. It's all around a really cool vehicle. Now we have the Raft truck, which is the exact same truck, but just with the recoloration with the Shield logo and stuff, and maybe different sirens? I'm not sure. Let's see. Not too many different sirens, but yeah, still just a recoloration, so not too cool, but still cool nonetheless. So now we have the Raid truck, which is basically like the bank truck, secure bank transport. What do we got down there? Locked hatch. And it doesn't really have any lights, sadly. But yeah, it's just like a bank truck, your usual bank truck. Now we have Punisher's car. So it's got the Punisher logo on the front. It doesn't really have any like, it's very fast, but it doesn't have any like sirens on it or anything, or missiles, like some other trucks do in this game, and cars. There we go. Now we have Punisher's truck. This is basically the better version of Punisher's car. So it's got missiles that come out of the sides. Very handy. And it's also is pretty fast. So yeah. And I especially love how it like folds open and then closes. It's really cool. But yeah, that is Punisher's truck. Now we have the Hydra tank. So this thing is really cool. So you can drive it around. It's not too fast. It's like a 4-wheeler, but then it is all cooler once you get on the back. That is what makes the experience so much cooler. You just get to shoot missiles around and you get to aim it. It's really cool on the Hydra van, a Hydra tank. Okay. Now we got the Mandarin's buggy, which never existed in any movie whatsoever. This has missiles really, really high up. I don't know what that would be used for at all. And yeah, that's really it. It's not that good of a vehicle. And now we have the pizza van and pizza bike. So it looks all around really cool. I'm pretty sure it would have been cool if it had like a pizza van like thing, like horn. That would be really cool. But nonetheless, really cool vehicle. I would recommend it. And then we have the pizza bike. So it's not that fast, but it is used for delivering pizza. So it is pretty cool and pretty tiny and fun. And then we have the news van. So now when the vehicle is like in drive and stuff and you can drive it around, but then when you get out of it, it starts doing like spinny things. And you can't get in the back, but it is really, really cool with all of those stuff on top. Then we got the front of a semi-truck like a tanker. It's not that cool. I'm not going to show it. And then we have the taxi. So the taxi is a 2-seater. So most people use this for like when they're doing the taxi quests and stuff. You can find them basically everywhere. Not really that interesting or new. But then we have the golf cart. So the golf cart is really cool. It's like, it's used for golfing and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't have any cool in-game abilities, but it is just a really cool vehicle overall. Then we got the garbage truck, which I think has a cool ability where it can dump trash. Yes. So you gotta press R1 and it like dumps out a bunch of trash as you drive, and then you can pull it back in. So yeah, all around a pretty cool vehicle. Okay, now we have the bicycle. There we are, the bicycle. Never use this for a race. It's literally just a bicycle. Very funny and very cool. Just a bicycle. There we go. Then we have Wolverine's motorcycle, which is basically just a normal motorcycle. Then we got the Spider Cycle, which I think is one of those ones that can hover in the air. Yes, which is very cool. I really like all of those ones that can like hover in the air and then can turn down into a normal bike. I probably use this type of vehicle a lot. It's really cool. I think that there's one more vehicle that does that. And then we have the Spider Trike, which is just a tricycle. Then we got the Magneto Mobile. Pretty funny. So now there is a trophy for driving this right next to the Baxter building. So be sure to do that if you are a trophy hunter. So just an all-around funny vehicle. Nothing too like cool, but an all-around good vehicle. Then we have the flower car. And if you hold down on R1, it can like, the flower spins a lot. Very funny. Now we have the go-kart, which is what we used to race Maria Hill earlier. It should be pretty fast. Yeah, it's pretty fast. It's really fast, yeah. That's awesome. So now we have the Britmobile. So it's pretty fast actually. It's just the Britmobile, driven by Captain Britain with his Britain powers. And then we have Tony Stark's motorcycle, which is just the same as Wolverine's motorcycle. Then we have Stark's sports car, which is like the closest thing to a sports car in this entire game. It's like, it looks really cool. And like, driving around in it is Tony Stark. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, now next up, we've got the Hot Rod from Iron Man 1. Not gonna really show that. We got the Avenging Cycle, which is basically Cap's motorcycle. And then we have Captain America's motorcycle. Then we got the Cloud Rider. This is the other of the hovering vehicles. So it can either be a normal bike, and it also comes with missiles. So really cool. And then it can just turn back down into a normal bicycle. No, not a bicycle, like a bike. And then we have the DLC vehicle, the Spider Buggy. I really, really dislike this vehicle. It's just so annoying with this top-down view. It's also not that fast, and it's really annoying. So now, that was every single vehicle of the land vehicles in this game. So now we are going to go check out the air vehicles. So here we are at the air vehicle spawner. So let's open up this one. And then we're going to show off the air vehicles. So we're going to start out with the Quinjet, which is very large. It's also got missiles, and it's one of my favorite vehicles in this entire game. So with air vehicles, it's like you aim it up or down and then you fly around. It's also got a lot of missiles and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, and I think I got it stuck. Come on. Okay, let's see, can I land this? Come on, come on. Okay. And there we go. So I'm not going to really fly these things around because, you know, really big. Now we have the Chitauri Chariot. So this is from the Avengers. It's like, it's got those special Chitauri tech. The special Chitauri tech. There we go. Cool, cool. Now we have the pumpkin chopper. So and then it's really cool how it moves in when you get in. And it's got the pumpkin bombs. And then it opens up to reveal an actual way in. Pretty cool. Then we got the Mandarin's helicopter. So then the Mandarin's helicopter was the one in Iron Man 3. It's got a bunch of missiles and stuff. It's got guns attached to it. And yeah, it's just the Mandarin's helicopter from Iron Man 3. Then we have the news helicopter. It definitely doesn't have any missiles or stuff, but it does have the spotlight. It's got, I think, a news camera attached. Yeah, a news camera, an area for a news guy to hold out the side. And yeah, that's really it for the news helicopter. I do agree that I do think that the news helicopter is a really cool vehicle, but definitely not as cool as the Quinjet or something else. Now this is always a really fun one to play around with, as there are 2 seats in this vehicle. But if you want to get into the 2-seater part, if you're playing with a friend, the person that's not flying needs to get into the seat first. And then, oh, that was pretty cool. And then the flyer needs to get into this seat. So it's got a camera attached to it and stuff like that. Just a really cool vehicle all around. And then we have the Raft helicopter. Another one of my favorite vehicles because of its really cool opening and how it opens out the missiles when you get in, but then closes it up when you're done. Oh, it didn't yeah, there it is. That's what's really cool about that one. Then we have the Spider Copter. So it can shoot missiles. I thought it shot webbing. I guess not, but it is still pretty cool. So yeah, just like the Spider Copter. Yeah. Then we have the Deadpool's helicopter. So Deadpool's helicopter, it's got missiles coming out of it. And it's just an all-around cool helicopter. I think my 3rd favorite helicopter in this game. Then we have the Fantasticar, even though it's not a car. It's got a 2nd seat, but nobody uses it. It doesn't have any weapons or anything. It's just a somewhat cool vehicle to use. So then we have the Stark Jet. So the Stark Jet, oh wait, we don't want to fly off the place, but the Stark Jet is pretty cool. It's basically just a billionaire private jet. Yeah, if you're role-playing, that's also a pretty good jet to use. Then we have the Doom Jet. It's got missiles in the cutscene. And yeah, then we have the X-Jet, which has possibly the coolest power in this entire game. No. Okay. Yeah, there we are. It can go invisible by clicking square. So yeah, a very cool jet, and also, especially if you're playing as an invisible character, it actually kind of makes it more cool because nobody can see you. Then we got the one, the only shield mini carrier that's actually not that mini, and it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I would fly this thing, and it is pretty cool. So yeah. Then we have the Shield Jet Fighter. Lots of missiles and a very cool jet. now we have to the final DLC one, the like DLC vehicle, Hawkeye's Sky Cycle. So it's basically just like the comics thing. It's got missiles, it can fly, it's really hard to fly. How does this even make sense? Yeah, that's kind of weird. But yeah, that is all of the flying vehicles. Now we only have the land vehicles. Now we have the final 2 vehicles in this entire game, the water vehicles. Okay, so let's open up this. And in there are the 2 final vehicles, the Mandarin's boat and the speedboat. I wish that they had like a Tony Stark yacht. That would have been really cool. So this one is a pretty fast boat, and it's got a bunch of missiles coming out of it. All around pretty cool. You can use up all the missiles, though, and that kind of makes it kind of boring after a little bit. But that's the case with a lot of the vehicles in this game. And now we have the final vehicle, the speedboat. So it has 2 areas where you can like sit and stuff. So you can either sit in the back and you can do some like fishing and stuff, or you can sit in the front and do the driving. So it is a rather fast boat, so much faster than the Mandarin's boat. And it is really cool. This is my personal favorite of the boats, because the Mandarin boat wasn't in any movie of the MCU, and this wasn't either, but this is like a civilian thing. But yeah, guys, so that is going to be the end of the vehicle showcase for LEGO Marvel Superheroes. So guys, see you in the next one. So long, and goodbye.